What's up? Welcome in to Under the Hood with me, Jonathan Hood. Thanks so much for downloading the podcast and checking me out on YouTube, youtube.com. Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe to what we do on YouTube. We're going to hear from my crazy Cousin Wiley, coming up as we do after every Bears game. But first, there's some things I need to promote about Under the Hood. We move so fast here that we're just cranking out content. If you haven't noticed, especially for those of you listening to the podcast, check us out on YouTube as well, youtube.com. Look for Under the Hood with Jonathan Hood, Jonathan Hood Radio. It's right there in the description. But we've done so much on Under the Hood as of late, and it's because of you. This is why we do this. Like, for instance, we've got our merchandise. It's available right now. If you go to the description of the podcast, whether it's on YouTube or on the Spotify or Apple, wherever you get your podcast, the description's there of our Under the Hood merchandise. It's available right now. Listen, it's getting a little chilly in the Midwest. Hold on to your hoodie as much as possible. I don't mean me. You can always hold on to me. I'm talking about the Under the Hood hoodie. It's available right now along with t-shirts and apparel for men and women. Check it out right now, Under the Hood with Jonathan Hood. It's in the description, and you can go to the link tree, and it'll say Under the Hood merchandise. Check it out. Just click it. We have a fall sale happening right now. I don't promote this enough, and that's on me. If you hadn't known this by now, that's on me because I move fast. There's a lot of stuff going on with me as far as cranking out content, including the Kap J-Hood Morning Show. If you have not checked that out, please do so. Weekday morning, 6 to 9 Central. Our Kap J-Hood Morning Show on ESPN 1000, also the ESPN Chicago app. We're having so much fun providing you with content and fun and nonsense every morning between 6 and 9. Check out my show with David Kaplan, Kap J-Hood. We have a fun time with Jay Moore and Shay Norling as well. And of course, you for listening. So if you're already in there, thank you. If you have not listened, please check it out and make sure you subscribe to Kap J-Hood. So let's see, I told you about the merchandise. I want to tell you about some of the other stuff that we've got going. This week is NBA week because the season starts on Tuesday, the 21st of October. So that means that I've got plenty of content for you for the NBA. We have a special person from BetOnline AG, betonline.ag, that's going to help you put money in your pocket. Favorites for the East, favorites for the Western Conference. We've got that. Also, can the Thunder repeat? We're trying to find out who the MVPs are. Hey, we've got a special guest that's coming on from BetOnline AG. It's available now on the podcast. And so when I say talk about the podcast, if you have Spotify or Apple, wherever you get your podcast, make sure you go to Under the Hood with Jonathan Hood. Again, in the description of this broadcast right now and all the shows that we do. It's that way that if you can't watch us on YouTube, you can always go to the podcast. But yeah, we're breaking down the NBA with our guy from BetOnline AG. Also, Evan Cohen from Unsportsmanlike. It's a show that takes place between 5 and 9 Central on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app, also on ESPN2 and ESPN News. We're going to talk NBA with him. He loves the NBA as much as I do, probably even more so. Who knows? I know I love my basketball. He loves it too. I'm a diehard Bulls fan from way back, and he loves his Miami Heat. So we break down the favorites for the West and East. It's a great conversation. But if you already have the podcast, you already know it's out. It came out on Monday. It will drop on Tuesday morning as we record this, so you can actually see the conversation that we had, but it's already on the podcast feed. So that's why it's important for you to check out Under the Hood. Just subscribe to everything. That way you miss nothing. If you're a fan of this show and the content and the guests we have, hey, we got it for you. Oh, also, college football as well. We know that there is a lot of college football fans from coast to coast. So just so you know, we have a special guest that's coming on from SiriusXM College Sports Radio, Darius Brockett, who's been on the show before. Very insightful, very interesting. We're going to get his thoughts about the upcoming week for college football and the week that just passed, because my God, the Dogs got the job done. Yes, sir. Over Lane Kiffin. Georgia versus y'all against everybody. That's right. Georgia got the job done against Ole Miss. And so we'll talk about everything college football, Big Ten and otherwise with our guy from SiriusXM. So I just want to thank you for your support on everything that we do here for Under the Hood. We continue to give you content, basketball, baseball, football, college football, including the Bears, because we're going to hear from my crazy cousin Wiley coming up. Wiley has been with me for a few years now because our phone conversations, our text conversations, yeah, they're on the podcast now. So you never know what he's going to say. But we're going to celebrate with a Bears victory Monday, J-Hood and Cousin Wiley show, because the Bears won their 4th game in a row. 4-2. Does that sound familiar? Let me think now. 4-2. 4-2. Oh yes, the Bears were 4-2 last year before they had that slide for like a 10-game losing streak, and they fired everybody. Feels different this year though with Ben Johnson. 26-14 victory for the Bears, and they didn't even play their best game. The Bears, they still were able to dominate in the trenches in a lot of different ways. So we'll talk to Cousin Wiley about that. But I just want to just stop a minute before I just hit record and we go into more content, for me to just tell you to just thank you very much for your support on everything that I do. But if you have not checked it out, please check out the podcast feed and here, because we got a lot of content that's flying around us a lot. Especially with it being NBA week, we have a number of guests that's going to preview the Bulls and the NBA this week. And don't forget the merchandise, the Under the Hood merchandise. It's available right now. Just go to my link tree that's in my bio. That way you miss nothing of Under the Hood with Jonathan. Just sport the show that you like, the show that you support, Under the Hood with Jonathan Hood. All right. Cannot wait to be able to talk to my cousin Wiley. We'll get his thoughts about the Chicago Bears. The Bears win against the Saints 26-14. So let's hook it up with cousin Wiley right here. Yes, indeed. It's Under the Hood with Jonathan Hood, presented to you by Triller TV. That's the spot I go to, Triller TV. I'm a pro wrestling fan. I am a combat sports fan, and I go to Triller TV. Right now, they've got IWR 40 Monsters Ball on Triller TV Plus. Also, One Fall Wrestling. That's free right now on Triller TV. QT Marshall runs that promotion. Battleground Championship Wrestling, Progress Chapter 185, Jump the Line. Also wrestling from Germany as well with WXW. Check it out, TrillerTV.com. That's where I go. That's, if I need wrestling, if I need boxing, if I need to be able to have a lot of combat sports, Triller TV is the spot that I go. I go there. You should go there as well. And there he is, ladies and gentlemen, the worst dad ever, has his T-shirt on. If you're watching YouTube, it is my crazy cousin Wiley, with us here on Under the Hood. Hello, Cuzzo.
What's going on, Cuzzo? It's a great day to be a Bears fan again. Nothing can stop us. All the way up. All the way up.
That should be in a song. I think that's very good. That's very good.
I think so too.
I'm overjoyed because look, I think that coming in, you hit it when you give your prediction last week about your feeling about the Bears and how you felt they could win the game. But I think that there's a positive out of this, and one of the positives is that you can find a way to win even when you're not at your best. If you're Caleb Williams, you know that was a lousy performance from a passing standpoint. But the offensive line, the running game, the defense all worked around Caleb. And yeah, that should have been like a 40-14 win. But again, beggars can't be choosers. I'll take the victory because I'd rather be 4-2 than 2-4 today.
No, I completely agree. And to me, one of the signs of a up and coming or quality team is beating the opponents you're supposed to beat, and also winning games when you're not at your best. And the Bears did that yesterday. They beat a Saints team they were supposed to beat, and they did it when their quarterback didn't play at his best. So quality win, great showing by the defense, great play calls by Ben Johnson to run the ball. I mean, they ran the ball really well back-to-back weeks. I haven't seen a running offense like this without Justin Fields on the field since the Lovey years. Like, we're talking Matt Forte, we're talking Thomas Jones. I haven't seen a Bears team able to run the ball as effectively as they have the past 2 weeks. And, I think that whatever Ben Johnson is doing offensively, when it comes to running the ball, he's doing a great job. He unlocked DeAndre Swift and Monunga, and we thought we were going to look to Caleb to throw for 250 to 300 plus yards every game to even have a chance to win. And not so much. He can go throw for 150 yards and an interception. We can still win the game. So it was an encouraging outing. And I think this is a team who's trending upward. So I'm excited again.
Yeah, me too, man. I liked what I saw there. It just goes to show you, because of that, when you got an offensive line that it will block and move furniture the way that they did against the Saints. And, Chase Young is no wallflower. That guy can get after, as you saw, trying to get after Caleb Williams. The point is, though, is that just opens holes for Swift. There was a thought that maybe DeAndre Swift did not have the shimmy, did not have the shake to be able to just move side to side and get through there. I just feel like he's just reborn, inspired, where it's like where he's running right in the hole the first couple of games this season, and now he's finding those holes and really, really picking up a lot of yardage.
And that's true. And I think that you're getting an offensive line who is opening up 4 yards of space for the running backs. Like that's insane. Before you get touched, you've already gained 4 yards. Like if you're opening up holes like that, I mean, you and I can go in there and have some success. So obviously, a guy who's an elite athlete like DeAndre Swift, he's going to take advantage of that as well. So if we can keep this up, winning is all that matters. So I know a lot of people want to see Caleb, perform well in wins. Just want to win, and then over time, yes, you want to see him make progress, but winning cures all, because winning gives you the ability to go into the office on Monday or Tuesday. You feel well. You want to get to work, as opposed to last year when guys were going into the office, they were ready to go back home the following hour or so. So I prefer to win. And I think this team is trending upwards. Great coaches, and just got to keep building. Next week is really important. Obviously, it's another tough opponent on the road in a game that you're expected to lose. So yeah, the wins have to keep coming. We can't go and look at we won 4 games in a row, then we lose the next 4 games. We got to keep stacking.
I was disillusioned by Caleb Williams not running with the football. I don't know what happened there. And I don't think that's a game plan. I just think that's on him. I didn't like how Caleb was locking in on receivers, like that interception he did. And, he's very risk averse when it comes to throwing interceptions, because he'll try to keep a play alive and it might be incomplete. But I thought it was very strange because of that. He was just chaining himself into the pocket. There were running lanes. Because if you don't believe me, ask Roschon Johnson. He almost broke one for a touchdown, by the way. He has 1 touch, but he tried to break that thing. Kyle Monungai, DeAndre Swift. I don't know if that's in the game plan for Baltimore, but it should be. Like, Caleb, if you feel like you're checking here, left, middle, right, and there's nobody open, or you feel like you can't get the ball there, then run with the football. Like, this is what everyone's doing in the league. So for him to just sit back and then go backwards and try to keep a play alive and all that stuff, like, to me, that's counterproductive.
So, Cuzzo, I completely agree with you. That was one of the main criticisms I had of what I saw from him yesterday. He talked about it last week, that he was starting to have struggles with his accuracy on the run. And we've seen him, in college, high school, where he's able to scramble outside the pocket and throw a dart. He was talking about, for whatever reason, he's struggling to complete some of those passes. So I saw a kid who was trying to get right at something he was struggling with in the middle of a game, instead of playing winning football. Like, don't worry about your accuracy on those passes. Make a winning play. The winning play was getting the 10+ yards that was right there in front of you, and he was doing the opposite. He was trying to force passes in. It's like, no, you got to play winning football. Play winning football, and those things will eventually come to you. But if you're forcing them, they won't. And you could possibly cost the team a win. So I saw it as a selfish act. In a season where I don't think he's been selfish really at all. But I saw that yesterday as a selfish act of him refusing to run when he had the opportunities to run, and trying to force passes in lanes that were not there. And it was one of the things that I thought was unfortunate. And fortunately, we were playing against the Saints, because if not, that could have bitten us in the ass. But yeah, he has to take those yards that are available. Just get the 10, 15 yards there, come back, first down, do it over again.
6 points in the second half. It's just not good enough, man. And Ben Johnson,
No.
I saw his press conference on Monday, saw what he had to say on Sunday. Like he's not angry. He's just a little perturbed that through 6 games, like this is where we are. But it's not like Caleb is a bust, man. I'd rather have Caleb than Tua. I'd have Caleb
Yeah.
than Justin.
Yeah.
I understand that that's a young quarterback that, along with some of the other young quarterbacks I was trying to learn, because it's just that, you've got guys that want to eat, like DJ Moore, right? Physical wide receiver, but also wants to get into the end zone. It's like, I'm sure from DJ Moore's standpoint, it's like, dude, I was in the hospital Monday night after the game. I got healthy enough to play, and I only get 5 targets and 43 yards. Like, what the hell, man? Like, Roma Dunze. Rome's got to be able to catch easy passes. Is weird. Like he'll make the outstanding catch, but some of the easy stuff, it's like, dude, right here, just catch the
Yeah.
football. Like that separates you from being a good receiver to someone that could be really outstanding in the league.
So no, I completely agree with you. Like watching that, like that is, especially the Rome stuff. The Rome stuff is I'm not gonna say concerning, but it's mind-boggling, because you're like, this kid makes some phenomenal catches, but then the routine stuff he's dropping, or the semi-contested stuff he's dropping. He has to clean it up. I feel, better about him as a receiver, right now than I feel about where Caleb is going as a quarterback. But here's what I'll say about Caleb and compare him to Tua and Fields. Tua and Fields were not the first pick in drafts. They were not the first quarterbacks taken in draft. So I think the expectation for Caleb is significantly higher. As a fan, I'm not satisfied with Caleb being a quarterback you can win with when he's the first pick in the draft. As a fan, Caleb has to be a quarterback you're winning because of, and at some point this season, he needs to make that journey into the quarterback you win because of. And right now, he's still just a quarterback you can win with, which is fine. That's fine. But when you're the first pick in the draft, you have to become the guy we're winning because of. And right now, he's just not that guy.
Ben Johnson and his coaching staff that he leads. I mean, he's got a dog in Dennis Allen as defensive coordinator. I'm going to pull these numbers up in just a second, but I just want to be able to give the defense their flowers too. So we talked about whether or not getting 3 takeaways or more is sustainable. And the Bears said, yes, it is. It is sustainable for us to continue to do that, at least for the last few games. From where we were at the beginning of the season when they were 0-2, I'm like, you get run over by the Lions, you let go of the rope against Minnesota, like, feels like the transition. But it's amazing to watch, and it starts for me like with Brisker and Gordon, and then Montez Sweat being active, 2 tackles for a loss. The linebackers with Edmonds and Edwards, man, I really like what I saw. I don't care who the opponent is. I don't care who it is. When you can be able to get swarming defense and you're so aggressive that the refs got to throw penalty flags at you, you're doing the job defensively.
Dennis Allen deserves a pay raise. I don't know if he'll get it, but he deserves one, because he's not only producing shorthanded, he's producing at an elite level shorthanded. Right now, since week 3, obviously the Bears have the best record in the NFL since week 3, but they also have the best defense in the NFL despite being shorthanded at every level of the field. So Dennis Allen is finding a way. So I'm really encouraged about what the Bears can be if we can get semi-healthy defensively, because right now, the work he's putting in, shorthanded and just picking up scraps off the waiver wire and just plugging and playing them, like, it's really encouraging. So we got the coaches right. We have the coaches right, because Dennis Allen's not going anywhere. He's had 2 bites at the apples. Like Fangio, we lost him when Nagy was here because he hadn't had a bite at the apple yet. Dennis Allen's had 2 bites at the apple. He's not getting another head coaching job. He's going to be with the Bears for as long as the Bears can pay him or want him. So I'm encouraged about our coaching. Like, this is the making of something in my mind that can be special. soon, sooner than later.
We are presented by TrillerTV.com. Check it out right now. They've got their app available right now, or just go to TrillerTV.com. All of the action that you need from a combat sports standpoint, TrillerTV.com. That's where I go to get all of my combat sports, including professional wrestling. So what's that stat I want to give you? So a couple of them, so Tremaine Edmonds, right? He is a babyface on this linebacker core. Let me tell you something. That babyface Edmonds, he's really good, man. By the way, something about babyface, he just continues to stay pure. It must be. Let
Yeah,
me see. I think I have the product here. I think
the
this is
cocoa
the
butter.
key right here to Edmonds. Yes, keep yourself a stick
Yes,
handy. That's right. That's it. Why aren't they sponsored under the hood? A little Palmer's.
right,
I always he was
right.
always keep a little cocoa butter handy. So while I give this stat, I'm going to apply a little by talking about babyface Edmonds. Tremaine Edmonds, through 6 games, because he's got 61 tackles. This keeps me nice and tight, right? It keeps me a good 44, 45 years old. Holds back to 51. Takes about 5 or 6 years off. A little cocoa butter. Yes, Palmer's. Please sponsor us. Um, Babyface Edmonds with 61 tackles, 3 interceptions, 1 sack, and 4 pass deflections. So for him to be healthy and helping this team, that's awesome. The other one is that the Bears defense as a whole. So we've been talking about the defense, Cuzzo, but let me tell you how special it is. Keep the Palmers, just lock it in. A nice 44, 45 years old. They can never tell. Um, the Bears defense in their 4 game winning streak, 8 interceptions, 10 sacks, 19 points allowed, 19 points per game allowed, 11 for 37 on third down. That's 29%. And no 100-yard receivers allowed.
Yeah,
Pretty damn good.
it is. It is. It really is. And they played against some quality teams. They Pickens was still in Dallas. He's been lighting it up since then. And we've been shorthanded in the secondary. Gordon and our two best secondary players were out. Gordon and Johnson has been out pretty much the entire season and still been able to produce and lock down guys. So yeah, again, you have to give. I know we've been giving Ben Johnson his flowers, but we have to give Dennis Allen his flowers because what he's doing is it's top notch. We haven't seen something like that since Lovey was here. So yeah, it's great work. Great work.
Did you see him get the game ball yesterday? Or did you
Yeah,
hear it?
I did. I saw it and I heard it on your show this morning. I think you all played
It's
it
so dope.
twice.
Yes, there's a reason why the audience changes, and plus it's so dope. It lets you in the locker room, right? I mean, it's bananas in there. So the reason why we like playing it twice. First of all, it's a 3 hour show, but the other thing is that it lets the fan in of like what's going on in there, what's being said. Like Ben Johnson just going ballistic, right? Just like hats off, his hair is all over the place, and just like he doesn't have the calm demeanor like in the locker room as he has in the podium. So I just know that if you're driving to work or you're driving your kids to school, like you turn that up, man, your day's set. Just screaming and yelling and everybody celebrating. But I liked it what Dennis Allen said because he got the football and he was like, I'll give you a speech. I'll give you a GD speech. I'm gonna give you one right now. He goes,
Right.
you know what? He goes, he pretty much. I'm just paraphrasing. Said, you know what? The Saints fired my ass, and I worked hard on that game plan to make sure that the Bears were able to get after the quarterback and make sure that we were aggressive because, I love it here. They didn't want me, but they love me here in Chicago, so I want to stick it to them. That's kind of an untold story, but I think that he turned up the heat a little bit more just because it was the Saints.
No, I mean he did. He like when he had gave so much to the organization then to get fired. Of course, he wanted to flood them like he was Katrina. Like he wanted to bring Katrina back to New Orleans. You know,
Why?
and
Why did you do that? Why did you do that? Why?
I don't know. You
You
gave
just,
it
I
to
mean,
me, so
I didn't give you anything. I didn't give you bodies floating in the ocean, in the water. I did not do that. You did that. Why
Well, I
did
gotta
you do
blame
that,
you.
Kozo?
You,
Can
you
you
know,
believe this
I would have
guy?
said this. I would have said the same thing off air. So why not say it on air? So
Oh man. Go ahead, continue.
so I think that was a goal of his. And during the week, he talked about it was just another game. But when you have been with an organization that long and you got handed a trash team because Sean Payton decided to retire when he saw the writing on the wall, which made sense for him. And you didn't get an opportunity to be able to turn around a team that was in cap hell and that had a mostly shit roster. Yeah, I can see you having bruised feelings about that. And then essentially the same team, and they're performing worse than they did when you were there. So I understand. I understand the anger. I understand the frustration. And I think that it benefits the Bears because, again, he can't go anywhere. He's not getting another head coaching job. I don't care what he does this year. He's stuck with the Bears for as long as they would like to have him there. So works for me.
You talk about Ben Johnson, the head coach of this football team, and just watching his demeanor and what he was talking about today, it was interesting because he realizes that, hey, Baltimore's coming up, that every week is an opportunity to get better. For Caleb Williams, what I want him to do, Cuzzo, is just get his layups. I know he
Yeah.
wants to. I know he has an unbelievable arm. Last week, was that the incompletion on Monday? Not last week, Monday night. I think it was the incompletion to Roma Dunze. It was like 66 yards. It was the second longest throw in the league. I think Patrick Mahomes was number one because of a Hail Mary against Jacksonville. But like, that Caleb's got the arm. But to me, it's just like, get your layups, and then you will be able to get that big bomb. I mean, because doing it the other way is not going to help. But I think that Ben Johnson realized that this is his biggest test, as a coordinator slash head coach, to be able to help Caleb Williams because I mean that's what he's here for. He was here to fix the offense and to straighten out the accountability on the team.
No, I completely agree. And right now we're seeing a kid who has improved in areas, but it's just maddening watching him play because at times because here's a kid who's probably I think he's first in the league against the blitz, which is something that it takes
Yeah.
veterans time to get to. But he's his numbers are shit when it comes to him passing without a blitz, which is something that should be easy for a rookie core or a second year quarterback to be able to do, but he's struggling in that area. So he's struggling in the area he should be having success in, and he's having success in the area he should be failing in. Makes no sense, but it's what he's doing. And I think it's fixable, and hopefully, if Ben Johnson said by the stretch run of the season, we should see the offense start to click. So I'm trying to be patient with some of the stuff I'm seeing from him because it is frustrating when you have the first pick in the draft making mistakes he shouldn't make. But I'm going to be patient because we're winning and we're not near the stretch run yet. So I'm expecting him to peak sometime in December. So we'll see if that happens.
Would you like to explain this guy here? Would you like to explain Justin
Yes,
Fields? Because
yes.
let me just tell you something. All right. So I watched his press conference with the Jets, right, yesterday. He gets pulled in the middle of the game because he should have been pulled. So I'm watching Justin Cuzzo, and he's given all of his glory to the good Lord, and that was the majority of his press conference. I'm not
It
knocking that.
was.
There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. But I just thought that none of what he talked about was about how he can get better and about football. And I thought that when I watched that, like he was very serene. He's always been chill, but he just kind of like, I understand why I was benched and I just got to give everything to the Lord and like all good. But I just need to, does he understand like this is it for his football career? Like there is no reason that any team should bring him in at this point because it's not one of these things where coach is fucking him around. It's a bad system. Man, you play for Mike Tomlin. If you can't get it done with Mike Tomlin, and then you can't get it done with Aaron Glenn, that'll be all. That's it.
No, it will be. And he has a missionary assignment in his future. I really believe that he'll be in some
Sounds
remote
like it.
island, trying to get the natives to convert to Christianity, which is, it's fine.
Sure.
It doesn't pay the same as the NFL, but it's fine. So here's the truth, Cuzzo. Like, I think talent wise, like just God given ability, Justin Fields is probably the most talented quarterback I've ever seen wear a Bears jersey, period. And I'm including Caleb in that equation. But he just never could figure it out. Like, he could never put it together. And like, I wasn't rooting against him when he went to Pittsburgh or even with the Jets. But it was just watching him. It's like this. He just never could put in the right work to unlock what he was given, by the man above. And for whatever reason, he couldn't. And like, to your point, that's it. Like, there's going to be no more starting opportunities going to be available for him. He may have some gadget packages because he's still great running the ball, but watching him go out without taking a shot is just insane. Because if I know I'm getting benched, Cuzzo, I'm going out swinging. You don't put me on the bench anyway. If I fail, I'm going to bench no matter what. But I'm going to fail. At least I'm going to fail doing it my way. I'm going to fail swinging. He went out passive, and which made no sense to me at all, because the talent that the kid has, he should have been better than literally the worst starting quarterback in the NFL and had started 50 games. Literally, he's no quarterback who started 50 games has lost more than him. Like, that makes no sense at all. He has the worst winning record of any quarterback to start 50 games. Too talented for that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, I watched him, and I think that football, he wasn't even like fake like Russell Wilson would just kind of talk through football, talk through his issues. Like, his mind was in the good book. His mind was
Yeah.
not even on the football game. I was just like, hey man, good for you, but I mean, that's not helping. I'm just looking at the Carolina game. Jets lose to the Carolina Panthers. Jets are 0-7.
Yeah.
Justin Fields, 6 for 12, 46 yards, sacked 3 times. Before that,
Yeah.
against Denver, 13-11. So nothing else. The Jets defense works. 13-11, 9 for 17, 45 yards. The Dallas game, they lost 37-22, 32 for 46, 263 yards, 2 touchdowns. Good game, just not enough defense there. Against the Dolphins, bad team. Like, against Buffalo, 3 for 11, 27 yards. But the whole thing is that this is a dude that just holds the ball way too long and looking for something to happen, and it just doesn't happen for him. And I just it's too bad, because I was so excited when he was drafted, because it was completely different than anything we saw at the quarterback position. And okay, that fell flat. It happens to Bears quarterbacks. But then it just moved on to Pittsburgh, which I thought, Brother Tomlin, the tough dad, the tough love. He'll get that belt to ass, getting it done, right? And just like, that didn't work. Aaron Glenn, brand new coach, brother gets in there, can't win there. Like, this is done, man. This is it.
Yeah.
I can't see a team just be like, you know what we need? Because think about this. If he's not starting and you just need a spark from the quarterback position, that ain't it. You ain't going to him.
No. But the Bears broke him, though, Cuzzo. And I know that may seem unfair today, but he should have never played his rookie year. He should have never played his rookie year. He should have sat the entire year, because he needed time to develop. He was not ready for the NFL game when he came to the league, and he was forced to play. And that season probably mentally broke him when he wasn't ready for it. Nagy told the truth. We didn't listen to Nagy, but Nagy was like, look, we're going with Dalton. We're going with Dalton. The plan is to sit Fields for the entire year. And then we were like, no, Dalton sucks. Put Fields in. And then, yeah, he was ruined. He was ruined because now Nagy is trying to save his job playing a kid who's not ready to play. And what happens in his first game? He gets sacked 8 times by the Browns. 8 times by the Browns. They were just they ran a train on him. It was crazy. Like, just, it's your turn. 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 It's just crazy.
No Vaseline, Cuzzo. No Vaseline.
None.
None at all.
None.
So what I will do now is, now Baltimore's coming up, and we don't know if Lamar Jackson is playing or not. I assume that he will, but again, who knows what the medical report is? But it's a Ravens team that has not been the same, whether Lamar's on it or not, because the defense is horrible for the Ravens. It's been really bad. So please take the platform. Tell us why that the Bears will beat the Ravens coming up on Sunday, the next opponent. It's the Ravens and then Cincinnati.
All right, gather around, boys and girls. The Bears and Ravens game on Sunday in Baltimore. The Bears are going to win again. We want to increase the winning streak to 5 games. Baltimore's defense has been giving it up more than Kardashian. So I expect that to continue this game. We're looking for a high-scoring game because this is Baltimore's last stand. They know the season is over if they lose on Sunday. So Bears win 31-28 on the last-second field goal by Moody. Bears.
We're going to score 31 points in the road, huh? But I'll tell you one thing. The operation will be cleaner. For whatever reason, our pre-snap penalties don't work at home, but the silent count works on the road.
Yeah.
So, okay. So you're going to go Bears 31-28.
Bears 31-28.
Okay. Well, you've been right the last 4 weeks about the Bears because they've won 4 in a row. So you're on a heater right now, man. You're hot at the table. He's hot at the table, man. I tell you what, let's see what happens. So,
not one,
we
not
are
two,
presented
not
by
3, not 4, not 5.
5 wins. 5 wins for the Chicago Bears. I hope so. Man, that's really turned the corner, especially on the road, as we're presented by Triller TV. Get to the app right now. Triller TV's got his own app. All the combat sports you need right there available right now on Triller TV. Cuzzo, we'll see what happens coming up on Sunday, but we will talk about it. And so I guess for these 4 weeks, we haven't had the mascot either. So I guess, is Rocky not being there good luck?
Well, he's walking around because we don't know, but like we'll hold him off one more week. We'll hold him off one more week.
God.
He's pacing. He's pacing. He's like, I want my shot. You know what? Let's go, Rocky. Let's go. Come on. Let's go, bud. Let's go, bud. Come on.
There he is.
Here we go. Bears.
All Rocky.
Bears.
All Rocky wants is his close up. That's all he wants.
That's it. You know, I'm black. You can't lick me. We don't do that. We don't do that.
Wait a minute. So, for Cousin Wiley and for our mascots, there he is, Rocky. There's Rocky. No, I'm at home. I'm not in Wiley's house. Never mind. This is J-Hood. Thanks so much for checking out the podcast, and we'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody. So long, Rocky. It's crazy. Oh, man.